everyone, Sabrina from Campbell's Freedom Farm. Good news, it's Taylor's birthday tomorrow. So, just like my birthday, we cooked for a couple days. So she requested my shrimp tacos. So let me show you how to make them. She's gonna grill the shrimp outside and I'll do everything inside. But later on, we're also gonna wrap her presents, and I'm going to show you how to do it simply with some wild flowers. You know how I feel about the wild flowers. And very simple, easy, but something you would see out of a catalog, you know, beautiful. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is saute some garlic and onion. So first I do the onion first because garlic really burns so easily, and once you get that little taste, it's just not good. So I just start it, and I use about a tablespoon of olive oil. Now for my corn is so easy. About a teaspoon of olive oil. And normally we use fresh corn, but we've been doing pickup where they drop it in the trunk. So we get any brand there is. And every corn that we got that's fresh is just like horrible, like moldy. I mean, they give us the worst. So this time for this video, we used canned, and in the winter we use canned. So I'm just gonna put the corn in there. I'm going to chop up some cilantro. Now, for the corn, I'm just going to use the leaf part. I'm not going to use the stem. And that would be roughly about 2 tablespoons. Okay, now this is already softening. Once that softens, we're going to put the garlic in for 1 second. Now for the beans, what I do is I use the stems of the cilantro. They're not pretty, they're kind of rough, but when you kind of boil them, they really add a lot of flavor. And they really kind of dissolve with the garlic and everything else. Okay, so that's about 1/8. I want to leave a little. Okay. Now, in both of them, I'm going to put a pinch of salt. So the cilantro stems go in with the onions. They're going to soften for a second. Okay, Taylor was the child that always wanted spicy. Always. So I was the mother, pregnant, eating smoked oysters and spicy chicken wings. Anything spicy, I couldn't stop eating it. So now I like spicy, I'm over it. She never stopped liking spicy, so you gotta really watch what you eat when you're pregnant. Okay, all right, so here goes the garlic. Never burn garlic, it's just nasty. I'm going to put the black beans in. We almost always do black beans. And I'm going to add a little water. And then that's done right now. Okay, next thing we want to do is make like a little salsa. So I'm going to do a variety of tomatoes that we've grown. The Cherokee, the white, great white, which is yellow, I don't know why they call it white, and just the red German heirloom. So basically all you want to do is chop those up. We may have extra salsa for a little while. What are you doing? Okay, you probably never knew this, but baby, every time Taylor or I cooked, was on the ground, and every once in a while you'd see a nose up. So we really missed that because he loved food. But now Huggy Bear's doing it. Isn't that odd? So maybe since he wasn't the dominant dog, he just didn't do it, or you're just doing it because baby did it. It's kind of really sweet. It makes you not miss him as much. And you didn't see me pet him with dirty hands. It was the back of my hand. And that's only us in it. Okay, I noticed the Cherokee tomatoes, if I had to do a review, are probably the best tasting overall. You know, for the sandwiches, I still like the big red tomato. And I eat a lot of tomato sandwiches. So, but what's interesting is this great white yellow tomato tastes like a pineapple. I mean, it's great for salsas. Now, Taylor doesn't care for the taste as much, but oh my gosh, it's almost tropical. So, it's I'm gonna keep this seed so I could grow some more. And just chop these any which way. They don't have to be the same size because I'm not cooking them. They're just going to absorb some flavor and they're going to go on a taco. I need one of those. Thanks. Oh, you didn't see that? I need one of those scrapers to pick it up. I used to have one of those. Washing my hands. Okay, so now we have the tomatoes, and you're just going to kind of mix them. I'm not going to use the whole thing because that was kind of large. Okay, we do the wild onion. It's really spectacular. It's a beautiful flower too for the fall. And just chop them up. These are our favorite and almost taste like some Thai onions, but they're good on anything. I want to keep just a little bit. Okay. Okay, with this, I'm going to put roughly a half cup of red onion. I like the red onion because it really adds some flavor. And I mean, they all add flavor, but beautiful flavor. The red, the yellow, you know, it all goes well. Now, for this, I'm just going to chop up the leaves. I don't want the stems in here. Okay, perfect. Okay. Now I'm going to let this sit for a second, and then I'm going to go get the shrimp really quickly. I will be back if this works. This has not been working. We need a new battery. Maybe we're doing too many videos. Okay, I ran out to the garden because I forgot my pepper. So what we're using, just one Thai pepper, And if you ever had Thai pepper, you know why I'm only using one. This is what's gonna happen. Stefan's gonna be like, hot. Taylor's gonna be like, needs a little more, and I'm gonna be like, water. So put this in, and you really want it to sit in for a little while. It's gonna really add some flavor. Okay. Now, some just regular pepper. And a pinch. I better really do a pinch of cumin coriander. So I get this from the Asian market. Okay, so I'm going to stir that. Okay, the next step for me is to get the shrimp prepared. So I have to go get the shrimp, a lemon, and stuff. Let me turn off the camera real quick and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I just peeled small to medium. They're supposed to be medium, but they're actually small. But for tacos, I don't want the big shrimp because then you just get just a wad of shrimp, which is great, but you don't get all the other great stuff. So I like the smaller ones. So what I'm going to do, as soon as I ask my daughter for a lemon, I'm going to marinate this. But before I do that, I want to tell you, the shrimp shells are amazing for many things. They're great for catching raccoons for my video. I've got 2 possums and a groundhog. No raccoon. But also for broth. Like I was going to make my daughter grits with shrimp. It's a southern cuisine, I guess. But normally most people just do plain water as they make their grits. But if you boil your shells and even add just maybe some smoked fish, get that broth going, then put your grits in. So just, and then I'm going to put it in the cage and try to get the raccoon again. Okay, so I'm basically, I just need one little slice. So I'm going to just squeeze about a teaspoon of lemon, scrunch it around. I'm going to take what's left of any cilantro and I'm going to cut it really small. And it'll actually get knocked off probably, but right now it'll add some great flavor. And then I rinse my hands. I'm going to put a little dab of the coriander cumin, tiny bit, but it really adds a nice flavor. And then normally what I would do is I would add some olive oil and I could saute it. But after it gets skewered, it's going to be brushed with some olive oil. Why? One, it's going to keep the moisture in because shrimp cook so fast you don't want to dry them out. That oil kind of seals in the flavor. Second, it helps with it sticking to the grill. And for those with perfectly clean grills, great. My grill, never perfectly clean. Things stick. All right, so I'll see you in a minute. All right, now these are skewered. They look great. So we have 2, and it's roughly about 5 per taco, 3 per taco. So I'm just gonna brush it lightly with some olive oil. And then I'm gonna just add a little salt. And make sure that you do both sides. I had somebody say something once, oh, I didn't know I'd have to do both sides. And I said, well, didn't you turn it? That's how mine would have done. Okay, and now, okay, so Taylor and I both wanted to do a cake. So she's doing a homemade coconut cake for tonight, which is going to be incredible. And tomorrow I'm going to do a lemon cake, but my big twist is I'm going to put it, well, I'm going to decorate it with some wildflowers. So I'm going to show you what to do.
We're going to put the shrimp on a hot grill, and it doesn't take long to cook. And we also have the dog sausage. Alright, so we'll go ahead and close this up and we'll be right back. I'm going to go ahead and flip them over now. And they have a little bit of pink, and we're also going to flip the dog sausage over. Alright, so we'll close this up and let this sit for a few more. If you take a look, it's nice and pink, it's all done on both sides, and you really don't want to overcook shrimp. So this really, it takes under 5 minutes just to cook this whole row. And make sure you have a treat for your dog or your cat. Alright, we'll see you soon.
I just wanted to show you the food after Taylor slams the door. But okay, so this is the salsa, and I told you Taylor would want more peppers. She took one bite, and she's like, oh. But it tastes very good. Okay, and the corn and the beans and the shrimp. And I just buy, now Taylor would probably make the taco shells. I buy the ones that just stand up. And I also do not use sour cream. It's a rarity. I actually use Greek yogurt for almost everything. It's thick and it's healthier, and I just think it has a better taste. Sour cream, it changes the flavor of the dish, and this lets you take your flavors. But anyway, this is Sabrina from Campbell's Freedom Farm. First video for Taylor's birthday.